wife actually just set this up where we have all our different customers.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's just our barn.
Yeah.
And you know, everything we're doing is custom stuff.
Okay.
Like this is a, it's one of the things we're most known for. It's actually a hiking chair. It's lever driven.
Okay.
You flip this little lever right here, and it engages the drive system.
Whoa.
So you don't have to.
So you're actually pumping it?
Yeah. So
wow.
So now it takes the pressure off your shoulders.
Okay.
And puts it back on the second largest muscle group in your body, which is your chest.
Wow. Okay.
And then with the gear ratios.
And that can go over some pretty rough terrain.
Yeah. Yes.
Wow.
This one was a little special for the customer. Most of ours are 3-wheel. He wanted 4 wheels. All he had was a Honda Accord. So we decided to make this front wheel section. You flip these levers and the whole front end of the chair comes off. The back wheels come off. Backrest folds down. Fits into his Honda Accord.
Whoa.
And then, because he lives out on a ranch, just for fun,
so lit up.
We had to put a light bar on it.
Awesome, man. And it looks like it's got some chain. So it's like, this is awesome. So this, yeah, let me show them that real quick. That looks cool. But what's really cool is there's a lever on both sides.
Yeah.
So it's like left, right. Oh, that is so cool.
Yeah, and that's partially how you steer it. You can either feather a brake and push one side then the other, and then it helps steer it. And then it's like I said, it's all hydraulic disc brakes. We use a company called TRP, which is a real high-end mountain bike brakes.
Wow.
Yeah, no one else.
How does this come up? Like, how do you go from I have an idea, Tom, that I would like to do, and like, how does it end up here? Do you engineer it yourself?
Yeah, I've engineered every bit of this myself.
You have.
We started these 6 years ago.
I hate to ask you this, but can I try this?
Yeah.
Is it functional now? I don't want to put you on the spot. Can I do it?
No.
All right, I'm going to do it. Here, I'm going to hand you the camera. Can you just point it at me here? It's like a U-turn.
Oh, crud.
Sorry, I knocked over your
That's
water
okay.
Dude, this is unbelievable. Who came up with this idea?
Me.
You did. Can you show us like where you put this stuff together? Is that?
Yeah. That's where it headed. So here's another one we get ready for a customer.
Wow. How long does it take you to go? Like if a customer calls you up today, what's the turnaround?
From the time they give me the deposit to the time it ships out, we're about 12 weeks.
12 weeks.
12, 16, because we're getting busier.
Yeah.
And it's just me.
Yeah, they're one-man show.
Yeah, one-man show. This customer here, this is kind of neat. She wanted these.
Whoa.
That's what's on that. That's what goes on. It's a 4-inch.
That's going to take some muscle, isn't it?
Well, no, because the gear ratio.
Oh, okay.
You change the gear. On here, she's actually running an 1624 T-sprocket, which takes you like to a 1.5 to 1 gear ratio, breaks it down.
This is complicated stuff, isn't it? I mean, this is pretty sophisticated.
Yeah, it takes a little bit. It took a little bit to figure it all out.
Are you always coming up with new ideas?
Yes.
Like like this year's chair going to be a little bit more sophisticated than 5 years ago, what you were doing?
I try to. Originally, all the chairs had cable brakes. As I found something better, which I've now become a distributor for TRP, which is hydraulic brakes for high-end mountain bikes. And so I'm converting everything to a nicer brake. You know, you have most people that are doing this are disabled. So to transfer into this, before somebody had to hold the chair. So now with these new brakes, they actually have a lockout on them. So I can squeeze this brake and lock it out, and the chair will stay put until they get in.
That's so cool, man.
We started out with the 3-wheel version, and then when people call us up and start asking it, I always ask them, what do you want? What makes your life happy? What's your dream?
Right.
This is similar to what we just seen out there. It's a lever drive chair.
Yeah.
But if you look closely in here, it's a full suspension chair.
Oh, whoa. Yeah.
So what happened with this chair, a guy named Scott, he's a forced to retired fireman up in Klamath Falls, Oregon, calls me, just found me from word of mouth, and he said, hey, I really like your lever drive chairs. He says, and no one will talk to me about anything. He says I've talked to several different companies and no one will listen to what I want. And the first question I asked him was, what is it you need? What do you want? And he said, well, I like your lever drive chairs. He says, but can I put suspension on it? And I said, sure, we'll figure it out.
Is this the first one you've done with full suspension?
The first one of the lever drive chairs, yes, so the hiking chairs.
Is that going to absorb a little bit of impact when you're going up?
Yeah, it has 3 inches of wheel travel.
Oh, wow.
And these DVO shocks, again, this is all high-end mountain bike shocks. We use them on our WCMX chairs, which is, in the past, you've seen when we interviewed before with Blake, that's what he did. And that's what the brand of shocks we use there. Yeah. On the skate chairs.
This is pretty trick. Is this the tube right here? What am I looking at here? Is that the tube coming through the rim?
It's actually the tire. The tube's right there, but it's just there's a rubber band. It's around the whole.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But does that kind of keep the tube in place a little bit?
Sir.
That's what it's for. Yeah, I imagine that's what it was. Has a function to it. It's not just. Yeah. Explain to everybody how you ended up in a wheelchair.
I raced motorcycles in the desert all my life. Life member of the Dirt Diggers Motorcycle Club. And we went out to race one day and I fell, and instead of going head first, I went all the way around, landed on my bottom. I hit so hard that my back compressed, T12 vertebrae exploded, and I was on a helicopter heading to Loma Linda Hospital.
Wow.
Spent 60 days at Loma Linda, and I've now been in a wheelchair for 17 years.
Wow. Now you were a fabricator at that time, right?
Yes.
So it's obviously transferred over, right? I mean, did you think, like, when that happened, what were you thinking? Were you thinking like, wow, what am I going to do with my life?
You know, for just a brief second, I thought that way. But fortunately, the owner of the company that I used to work for and just retired from 30 years, 3 months ago, a gentleman named Mark Force, he got on the phone with me, and immediately he made me understand that I still had a job. And he had me go back to school because I was going to be off for a year. And I learned 3D drafting. And then after a year, I came back to work. And we went right back into the shop.
Yeah.
The only thing different really is I had to learn how to build things differently. I built a workbench that had a crane on it to lift things up.
Yeah.
But I was still the lead fabricator for the last 16 and a half years at what was called Controlled Motion Solutions.
Yeah, that's great. And then when you decided to go on your own, that's when you did, right? Was that a big step for you? I mean, what were you thinking then? Were you like, wow, what am I going to do here?
Yeah, we started building the chairs 6 years ago. Is when we first started designing the hiking chairs. That's what started it all. And then we have daily chairs as well, the skate chairs. And then the company merged with another company, so it got bigger. And then 2 years ago on Thanksgiving, they were bought out. The owner, after the elections, decided, I'm not going to deal with this anymore. I'm not going to be in business. And he sold the company to a big West Coast hydraulic company. So it's now the largest facility in the entire West Coast for hydraulics.
Wow.
And what comes with that is corporate stuff.
Yeah.
And this had been getting to a point that I was going to work at 4 in the morning and coming home and work until 8 o'clock at night every day, every single weekend. And I was miserable. I was just, I loved my job for the first 28 years. I was falling asleep coming home.
Yeah.
So that was a big key.
Yeah.
It just wasn't safe anymore.
Yeah.
And with the amount of orders I had on deck, I had over 10 chairs.
Yeah, you just made, yeah.
So it was just, we took the leap.
Yeah.
And said, okay, we're going to give it a shot. Honestly, if a customer comes to me, if it's a basketball chair or hiking chair, we build it.
You do it, yeah. Can I look at this one you're working on over here? This
Oh,
candy
yeah,
apple one?
Yeah, this is
probably over there.
This we're just getting ready to assemble this.
Okay.
This is basically a daily chair.
Wow, that's pretty, man. I love that color, dude.
Yeah.
It's like a candy apple. That's so
it's
nice.
called Lollipop Red, and man, I absolutely
awesome,
love
dude.
it.
Cool. Now, do you machine all this stuff?
Yes.
You do. Everything here. So this is like a block of aluminum when you get it.
Yeah.
And when you're done with it, it's this.
Yeah.
No kidding.
On some of the parts on the hiking chairs and the skate chairs.
Like this stuff too, or do you have to order that? You have to mill all that and do all.
Yeah,
wow,
I turn that all on a lathe.
Whoa.
Yeah. We do about 70% of the machining in house.
Wow.
Of course, there's certain things.
And just like this basic machinery, right? I mean, I'm looking at.
Yeah,
I'm not putting down your machines, but I'm not putting down your machines, but I'm saying this isn't a big factory that has like $1 million machines that can knock these out, you know, in high numbers.
A lot of it's old school.
Yeah.
But there's certain things I have to source out, like this particular item here. This is for the skate chairs. So you can see it's a very complicated chunk of aluminum.
Yeah.
So,
but like all this stuff, can I show them your equipment real quick?
Oh,
Like
yeah,
I said, I don't want to undersell you here, dude.
No,
But this is amazing that you can generate. I mean, that's a typical press.
this is a magnetic drill press, and this is my best friend.
This one right here.
This right here.
What is a magnetic drill press? What's the difference?
What the difference is I can move this wherever I want.
Oh,
Turn it on, and now it has a magnetic
whoa,
base.
that is cool,
It's
dude.
locked down. So with this, we do everything from drilling holes to notching tubing.
Yeah. And that's your lathe over there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you bend everything?
Right behind you, that green unit.
Oh, right here, tubing bender. I should have known that. This is old school right here.
It's all hydraulic, and it will. In its day when I purchased this, it's pretty good, pretty high quality.
Oh yeah, this thing's like
I
industrial.
can bend up to 2-inch 120 wall stainless tubing with this.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So we bend everything we do. We bend everything in house.
Do you have templates? So like you say, like, okay, I'm going to start a bike. Like, here's the template. I know this is the main cage, and this, or is everything unique?
Most every chair is unique for each individual. I actually do a 3D drawing for every chair that I have.
So the customer can see it.
The customer can see it and sign off on it.
Yeah.
Here is what you're getting
Yeah.
before we cut a single piece of aluminum.
Right. Are there ever times when you'll have a customer come out and you'll do adjustments on the way? Like something has to be adjusted, or is it usually set in stone by the time they
Oh
get?
no, it's
Like when they leave here, does it got to be perfect on your side?
yeah. When it leaves here, it's what they want.
Okay.
But we've had stuff like that. You know, we had one gentleman. He wanted a certain style of chair. I tried to talk him out of it. You know, he's 40 years old. Thought he was gonna go in the skate parks. You know.
Yeah.
And so we built him this really nice chair. And 2 months later, he calls me back and says, "Tom," he says, "I apologize." He says, "I should have listened to you." He says, "Do you know anyone that would buy this chair from me?" And I told him, I said, "No." I said, "But here's what I'll do. You ship me the chair back. I'll build you a brand new daily chair. We'll use your wheels and what parts we can off this, and we'll make it good. I want you to be happy."
No, that's cool. Yeah, that's great.
So yeah, we didn't charge him anything extra.
Yeah, that's cool. So is word of mouth, you think, like how you get most of your work? I mean, how that is, right? Because
Word of mouth,
you're not
Facebook,
throwing big
Instagram.
marketing. Yeah, you're not doing huge marketing. But at the end of the day, there's a network of people that probably know other people that have, are in a wheelchair, and they say, "Hey, where'd you get that at?" Right? Is that how it happens a lot of times? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I have chairs in the Netherlands, Germany, and we just shipped a chair to England. All of those are sports chairs or skate chairs.
Yeah.
And we just got another order for another gentleman in England.
Worldwide, dude. You're going worldwide on this thing.
Yeah.
Oh, good
Yeah.
for you. At the end of the day, when someone comes in a wheelchair, they understand that you know about wheelchairs and you know like how something's going to feel and how something's going to perform because
Right.
you're in one, right? So, I mean, you kind of have an edge on like maybe a corporate manufacturer that's just knocking these things out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you're firsthand, you've experienced it.
Right.
Yeah, that's really cool. I'll tell you what, I'm always impressed when I see, that's why I wanted to come up here. Now you're up in Tehachapi, a little bit further from Bakersfield, but yeah, and I tell you what, I love coming down here. I love the innovation. I love that you're helping out people and and it really inspires people. Don't give up with life. There's still a big life out there. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just a little bit of adjustment and you can enjoy it like everybody else. Yeah, very cool.
Well, and that's the thing, I still had 2 boys that needed to go to college, and not working was not going to happen.
No. Right.
I couldn't put them through college on disability. So
Right. I'm sure you inspire them too, you know what I mean? So
and I've just been very blessed. This is all, worked out really well.
Yeah.